Settle into your seat and connect to your breath. Just notice what is happening. You don't need to change anything. Just become aware of your breath coming in and then the pause and your breath going out. And as you become comfortable, you can soften your eyes. And if you like, you can close them. Anybody can come in at any time, and that's okay. It's all part of your practice. Because people joining us is absolutely perfect at any time. I encourage you to stay with your breath. You may focus in on my words or not. This is your time, this is your practice, this is your space for you. I've started to read Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic, and it's all about inner creativity and allowing it. So I'm going to share a story near the beginning of the book. One of the coolest examples of creative living that I've seen in recent years came from my friend who took up figure skating when she was 40 years old. To be more precise, she actually already knew how to skate. She had competed in figure skating as a child and had always loved it. But then she quit during adolescence when it became clear she didn't have quite enough to be a champion. For the next quarter of a century, Susan did not skate. Why bother if you can't be the best? Then she turned 40. She was listless and restless and felt drab and heavy. She did some soul searching, the way one does on big birthdays. And she asked herself, when was the last time she'd felt truly light, joyous, and yes, creative? To her shock, she realized that it had been decades since she'd felt that way. In fact, the last time she'd experienced such feelings had been as a teenager, back when she was still figure skating. She was appalled to discover that she had denied herself her life-affirming pursuit for so long. And she was curious to see if she still loved it. She loved it even more than ever, perhaps because now as an adult she finally had the perspective to appreciate the value of her own joy. Skating made her feel alive and ageless. She stopped feeling like she was nothing more than a consumer, nothing more than the sum of her daily obligations. She was making something of herself, with herself, and purely for herself. So as we sit and stay aware of the breath, I invite each of us, if we know what it is, key into that thing or things that lift us, lighten us, that are our creative joy, perfect expression. If we know what that is, we can spend some time with that right here, right now, and be in gratitude. Be with that we know. And if we're not sure, that's okay too. This is a time to sit in the unknowing, to be in void, be with the breath, and be grateful for that. Be with that. I own to trust just a little bit that as we spend the time here now in the void, we allow the space for experience to show up and breathe us. This is the perfect time to allow that space, to allow in curiosity, to allow in acceptance of exactly what it is right here and right now, with love, and breath. And as we allow this deepening of exactly who we are right here and right now, we can know that our creativity is showing up and is allowing us as we are allowing it. There is only one thing ever happening, and that's the creative energy of God, of love. Each and every one of us is creating in every single moment. And sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's complicated, sometimes it's what we want, sometimes it's what we don't want, but it's all being created. We are creative. We create. We breathe. That creates a perfect gift exchange between us and the universe. We sit and we allow thoughts to come up and pass away to wherever thoughts can go. This is all a part of the creative process. Breathing, allowing, arising, releasing, being with exactly what is right here and right now, opening to the possibilities of what we want, of our desires. This philosophy allows for our desires. It allows for us to express exactly as we are. Releasing judgment. Releasing right and wrong. Good and bad. And breathing. Filling our lungs, filling our bodies, allowing exactly what is, releasing attachment to the next moment. And as we breathe through these last few minutes, moments, breaths, I invite us to allow in gratitude. Gratitude for this time of care and reflection, this time of giving to ourselves and receiving from the universe. I'm grateful for this space, grateful for the connection to this space. I'm grateful for those beside us who are joining us on their own journey with us on a common journey. As we breathe in that gratitude, breathe out love. We release this experience as law. And so it is. Thank you. Namaste.